So this is my video to help parents or caregivers for children that are struggling with PDA. We know this can pose all sorts of different problems at times, and it can be quite overwhelming for a parent in that situation. Sometimes we can feel isolated because we are having to use different techniques with our children because they are overwhelmed the majority of the time. Also, their behaviour can come across rude, controlling and even demanding, and all of these things are hard to manage and can be quite triggering to the parent. So hopefully this will just help us release some of that tension that we're carrying. And when we're carrying less tension, that is going to help and ease things for our children. So please take full responsibility for your emotional well-being and tap along with me. So start tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I put myself under so much pressure when it comes to parenting, I want to do the best job ever, but it's overwhelming. It's hard. It doesn't feel easy to me. And I always feel like I'm getting things wrong. And you know what? It can be hard coping with a child that is demanding. I can feel frustrated. I can feel angry. And I can feel sad at times. And I'm choosing now just to relax a little bit and help myself let go of some of this tension. Do you know what? All this pressure to do things perfectly. And what if I could acknowledge that this is difficult? This is hard. And I know there's lots of other parents that are struggling too. And sometimes I just want to cry. But what if I could help my body to feel safe again? And this could not only help me regulate my emotions, but what if it could help my child to regulate their emotions too? I'm choosing to trust the process and help my body to relax. And I'm choosing now to think well of myself. I'm a good parent. I'm doing my best. And I'm choosing to show love for myself. And you know what? I'm choosing to show love to my child, even though this has been difficult. And sometimes I don't know how to handle things. I don't know the best way of doing things. But I'm choosing now to think well of myself. And I'm going to think well of my child. And I'm going to love, honour and completely accept myself. Parenting is overwhelming. Do you know what? At the best of times, parenting is overwhelming, but there's extra difficulties here. Sometimes it feels like my child is speaking rudely, throwing things, demanding. Even when I ask them simple things, it feels like a demand to them. And although I understand and acknowledge this, it's pretty hard to handle. It can be triggering for me. And I know people around me don't appreciate that. Sometimes I can feel judged for my parenting. Sometimes I can feel judged for my child's behaviour. And although I've come to an understanding that their nervous system is so dysregulated, even me asking them to put their shoes away is a really big deal. Sometimes it's impossible for them. Part of me wants to scream. It's just an easy task. Are you lazy? Why can't you do this? Sometimes these are thoughts that go through my head. And then they're immediately met with guilt and shame and disapproval. I'm choosing now just to acknowledge that my child finds these things really difficult. And this isn't because they're bad or stupid or lazy. This is because their nervous system is so dysregulated. And when I have those thoughts of annoyance, frustration, anger, I'm choosing now to forgive myself. I am doing my best. And I'm just human too. And my nervous system is dysregulated at times. Sometimes all the demands, all the moaning can feel exhausting. It can bring up sadness for me. It can bring up hurt feelings for me. And a part of me just says, oh, it's all about my kid. I love them so much. I would do anything for them. But when I'm feeling hurt and sad, it's harder to be a good parent. It's harder to regulate my emotions. I'm more easily triggered and agitated. I'm choosing now just to fill myself up with love. And do you know what? I'm thinking of my child and how much I love them and how much I'm willing to sacrifice for them. And I'm choosing to think what a blessing it is to be their safe space. What a blessing it is to love them. What a blessing it is to care for them. This isn't easy. And I'm acknowledging that fear. I'm acknowledging some of my worries for the future. Some of my fears, maybe even for today. And I'm choosing to trust that things are going to be okay. I'm choosing to think well of my parenting. I'm choosing to let go of any judgment I feel has been put on me by others. Disapproval. Sometimes I don't even really know what other people are thinking. But part of me disapproves of the behaviour, so I suspect others will. But what if I could just let go of all of this? This doesn't mean I'm going to tolerate more, but what if this just means I could let go of all this pressure? All this pressure to do things how others do it. What if I can trust that I'm doing my best? And I could let go of any judgment that I put on others. I'm choosing now to let go of any judgment I put on my child. I'm choosing now just to fill myself up with love. I'm going to fill them up with love too. And I'm choosing to remember that I can come back to this place of calm. And I can regulate my nervous system. And I can start over again. Clap your wrist, have a big stretch, go and have a glass of water, and come back and use this video as many times as you need just to help regulate your nervous system. So then when you are interacting with your children, hopefully we can be better parents and we can feel good about it, because let's face it, we don't just want to be good parents, we want to feel good about it too and enjoy the journey. So yes, hope this was helpful.